Is your phone's touchscreen suddenly frozen, ignoring your taps, responding slowly, or only working in certain areas? Before you assume the screen is broken and start thinking about an expensive repair, there are several much simpler causes you should rule out first. And the order you test them actually matters. Before we get started, we're working toward our first 1,000 subscribers. Every subscription helps us create more free tech guides like this. If you'd like to support Gen Gadget Hub, we'd truly appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. A touchscreen can stop responding for several very different reasons. Sometimes the problem is surprisingly simple: moisture, dirt, a badly fitted screen protector, or even an accessory connected to the phone. In other cases, the phone's software may have temporarily frozen, a downloaded Android app may be interfering with normal operation, or the touchscreen hardware itself may have been damaged. That's why trying random fixes isn't the best approach. In this video, we'll start with the easiest and safest checks first, then gradually move towards software troubleshooting and possible hardware problems. That way, you'll have a much better idea of what's actually causing the issue. Step 1. Check the screen itself. First, take a close look at the screen. Check for cracks, chips, moisture, dirt, oil, or any obvious signs of physical damage. Then make sure both the screen and your fingers are clean and completely dry. If you're wearing gloves, remove them while testing. Use a clean, soft microfiber cloth to gently wipe the display, especially if the phone was recently exposed to rain, humidity, or moisture. Even if your phone is designed to resist water, that doesn't mean the touch screen will recognize your fingers normally while the display is wet. Don't press aggressively against the screen, and never use a sharp object to test it. Once everything is clean and dry, try tapping and swiping across several different areas of the display. If nothing changes, move on. Step 2. Remove the case and screen protector. Next, temporarily remove the phone case, then inspect the screen protector, if you're using one. A protector that's damaged, peeling away, poorly aligned, or has dust or air bubbles underneath it can sometimes interfere with touch recognition. If you suspect the protector is causing the problem, remove it temporarily and test the display again. Some Samsung Galaxy phones also include a touch sensitivity option under Settings and Display, which can improve touch response when you're using a compatible screen protector. But don't worry if you don't see that setting. Availability depends on the Galaxy model and software version. If removing the accessories doesn't help, continue to the next check. Step 3. Disconnect the charger and other accessories. Now disconnect everything attached to the phone. That includes your charging cable, USB-C or Lightning accessories, adapters, and other connected hardware. This is especially important if you've noticed that the touchscreen becomes unreliable only while the phone is charging. After unplugging everything, test the display again. If the problem disappears, don't immediately assume the phone itself is defective. Try a different known good charging cable, compatible charger, and power outlet to see whether the problem returns. And if a charger or cable is visibly damaged, don't continue using it. Step 4. Restart or force restart the phone. If the touchscreen still isn't responding, the next step is to restart the phone. A temporary software freeze can sometimes make the display appear physically broken even when the touchscreen hardware is fine. If you can still use the screen enough to restart normally, do that first. But if the display is completely frozen, you'll probably need the physical buttons. On many current iPhones, quickly press volume up, quickly press volume down, and then press and hold the side button until the Apple logo appears. On many Samsung Galaxy phones, you can force a restart by holding the volume down and side or power buttons together until the device restarts. Other Android phones may use different button combinations. So if you're using a Pixel, Motorola, OnePlus, or another Android device, check the official instructions for your exact model rather than repeatedly trying random button combinations. After the phone restarts, give it a moment to load completely, and then test the touchscreen again. Step 5. Check for software updates. If the touchscreen is working well enough for you to navigate the phone, check whether a system update is available. On an iPhone, you'll normally find this under Settings, General, and Software Update. On a Samsung Galaxy device, look under Settings and Software Update. Other Android manufacturers may use slightly different menu names. Software updates can include bug fixes, security improvements, and system stability fixes, so keeping the operating system current is an important troubleshooting step. Before installing a major update, it's also a good idea to make sure your important data is backed up. Step 6. Check for an Android app conflict. If you're using Android and the touchscreen problem started after installing or updating an app, the next thing to investigate is a possible app conflict. Safe mode can be useful here because it temporarily runs the phone without downloaded third-party apps operating normally. If the touchscreen problem disappears while the phone is in safe mode, Google says a downloaded app is likely causing the issue. Restart the phone normally, then consider removing recently installed or recently updated apps one at a time. Test the phone after each removal instead of deleting everything at once. Safe mode procedures vary by Android manufacturer, so follow the official instructions for your specific device. And remember, iPhone doesn't provide the same Android-style user-accessible safe mode for testing third-party apps. Step 7. Find out if only one area of the screen is failing. Now determine whether the entire touchscreen is affected or only one specific section. If the phone responds enough for you to test it, slowly drag your finger across different areas of the display. On Android, Google recommends a diagonal drag test and checking whether the gesture repeatedly stops at the same physical location. For example, maybe the top half works normally, but one strip near the bottom never recognizes your finger. If touch repeatedly fails in exactly the same location, especially after the phone has been dropped or physically damaged, that increases the possibility of a hardware problem. At that point, repeatedly restarting the phone or changing unrelated settings probably isn't going to help. Step 8. Before you factory reset. You may see tutorials recommending a factory reset immediately, but that should not be your first troubleshooting step. A factory reset removes your personal data, installed apps, accounts, and settings from the device. If you've tried the appropriate safer steps and you're considering a reset as a final software test, back up everything important first. And follow the official reset procedure for your exact phone model. Never erase your data simply because one basic touchscreen fix didn't work. When to get professional help. Finally, know when it's time to stop troubleshooting. If the display is badly cracked, separating from the phone's frame, stopped working after a serious impact or liquid exposure, or the same section consistently refuses to recognize touch, professional inspection may be necessary. The same applies if the touch screen remains completely unresponsive after the appropriate restart and software troubleshooting. Don't try to pry open the phone, heat the screen, bend the device, or press hard against the display. Contact your phone manufacturer, an authorized service provider, or another qualified repair professional instead. So remember the troubleshooting order. Start by cleaning and drying the screen. Remove the case and screen protector. Disconnect the charger and accessories. Restart the phone. Check for software updates. On Android, test for an app conflict. Then check whether only one physical area of the display has stopped responding. And leave destructive steps like a factory reset until the safer options have been properly tested. If this video helped you solve the problem, make sure to subscribe to Gen Gadget Hub so you never miss future tech guides. If you found it useful, leave a like, share what fixed the issue for you in the comments, and send this video to someone who might be dealing with the same problem. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.